And just like that, it's over. It's over. You're leaving, you're gone. Your college career, poof. Now, the next question, the best question in life is what's next? Not next in the obvious of graduation. And congrats, by the way, on that accomplishment as well. But what's next for your career as an aspiring professional trying to play basketball overseas? Now's not the time to have your head in the clouds. It's time to dig deep in your research and get prepared. And make sure you ask all the right questions. It's the who, what, when, where, why, how questions that are so important. For example, who picks players for jobs? What are some other good leagues outside the NBA and WNBA? When does the season start? Where can I research stats? Why is it that D2, D3, and NAIA players get less looks than D1? And how can I find out more information about overseas basketball? 2 words, Eurobasket. What is Eurobasket? Eurobasket is the most comprehensive go-to database and resource for players, agents, coaches, GMs, and presidents alike, where they can research stats, game records, recent news, rosters, job openings, and more on both the men's and women's side, covering NBA, G League, domestic leagues, international leagues, even second and third division leagues across the globe. With over 2.3 million views. Yes, 2.3 million views. It's not a coincidence. You'll understand why this is so important for your career. All right, let's take a closer look. So you see the top 6 continents where basketball is being played. If you scroll on the Europe tab, you'll see all the countries in Europe from A to Z in alphabetical order. Next door, European events, EuroLeague, Basketball Champions League. You'll see World Cup and Eurobasket, Olympic Games. They're played that season as well. North American tab, NBA, G League, D1 through D3, JUCO, NAIA teams and stats, Latin America, Asia, Oceania, Africa. Again, all countries from A to Z. Under the More tab, you'll see agents, job market, transactions, available players and coaches, and the ESL camps, Eurobasket Summer League, which we'll get into in the next episode. Every time you come to the homepage on Eurobasket, you see the top 3 articles of the results or stats of that day or week, followed by the latest articles. And then if you scroll down, you'll see more articles among the same thing from the contributors. All right, to the right, top 100 teams in Europe according to Eurobasket. You click on that, you see all the 100. Underneath that, points, rebounds, and assists, daily leaders. And if you scroll up and switch the tab to women, you get the exact same stats and information and results on the women's side. Okay, so now you're getting the hang of how the website works, but you're probably asking, more specifically, how do players use the Eurobasket website? So we already know under the More tab, you can find an agent as a player. Let's use a more specific example. Let's say a team in France is recruiting you. Let's say it's Lyon. You click on Lyon, you can see their starting 5 and reserve to make sure there's not too many players in your same position on that team. You can see where Lyon is in the standings for both the French and EuroLeague, as well as the last games played, their upcoming games in French and the EuroLeague. You can also see the address. Feel free to type that in Google Maps to get a better understanding of the area and surroundings of the city, coaching staff, the team uniforms, as well as the arena. If you click under the roster, you can see where all the teammates are from, how old they are, and you can go back and do that as many, probably 10 plus seasons. Under the games, you can see their wins and loss results, both French and EuroLeague, the stats of each individual player for French and EuroLeague, as well as team stats. You can see all the former players who played at that club, the history of the club in terms of championships, relegations, and promotions, any new news or social media, and so much more. And again, this can be done on the same side for the men. To sum all that up in one word, players use this for research. Now it's probably starting to make a little bit more sense. Now the next question you probably have is, how do agents and coaches use Eurobasket? Like all other great websites, Eurobasket has a search bar, and agents and coaches use this search bar to research players. For example, my guy Kyle Allman. See what position he plays, where he was born, how old he is, how much he weighs, height, college, where he played, and his last season as a pro. You can check all the major stats here, from his domestic league to Champions League or other international leagues. Additionally, you can go back to see where he played last year. On this one, he played in Greece. You can take a step further, go back and see where he played the year before that, Cal State Fullerton. All right, so it gives you a full spectrum. You can see recent news and articles about him, his career best, his former teams, and you can do a head-to-head comparison. So coaches and agents know who they're going after, why they're going after him, comparing them to similar like players. In this case, I chose my guy Andrew Andrews, who this year is playing in Turkey, and they have pretty similar numbers. So great job, fellas. All in all, players, agents, coaches alike use these tools for research. Well, that's all for this episode. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. See you for the next one when we talk about Eurobasket Summer Leagues.